Hello, welcome back to Survival Saturday with Johnny Tiger. June 17, 2023, and this is a momentous day because this day has finally come that we are going to wrap up our Guillotine Choke series, and then we can go do something else that's maybe more fun for some of you. I'm sure some of you are getting really sick and tired of Guillotine Choke by now. Um, Now, those of you who are looking at your screen would notice that something's different. One, I don't have my sunglasses on, and second, I'm not in uniform. In fact, when I do this move, when I demonstrate this move, I'm going to even take off my headset because the move I'm going to show you guys today is a little involved. It's a little bit dynamic, and I don't want to risk breaking my headset or sunglasses and all that stuff. I want to be able to move with as much freedom as I can for this movement. Before you ask, no, if I do get into a fight on the street and have to use this move, it's very unlikely that I would. But let's say I have to use this move while I'm out and about. Obviously, then I'm not going to be worrying about my headset or sunglasses and all that stuff. If I'm fighting for my life, then I'm not going to worry about those things. But doing a demonstration on video and breaking your stuff, it's a completely different story. Sunglasses are expensive, headsets are expensive, right? This pair of headsets, they may sound like crap, but these were like $200, $300 headset, right? I'm trying not to break anything, especially any of my own things. Thank you very much. So, quick review for those of you who has there anyone who really haven't watched any of the other guillotine choke videos? Because you shouldn't be watching this one as your very first one. But just in case you need a recap, guillotine choke is when your opponent is bent over, they're presenting their head to you. Maybe they're coming in to grab your leg, maybe they're coming in to grab you around the waist or tackle you, or maybe, just maybe, you simply kick them around in the groin and they bend over and you drape your arm over the back of their neck, your forearm, come around the front, trapping the head and neck in the crook of your elbow. Then you reach over with your free hand, grab your wrist, and arch your back. This put a lot of pressure on the neck. Very uncomfortable. Okay? Now, as promised, we're going to end this series, and I'm going to show you guys what is probably the most devastating guillotine choke follow-up in my arsenal. And I will say, if you do practice this with anybody, be very, very careful. Okay? I say that every time, but this one, really careful because you can break the person's neck by accident if you get carried away with this one, right? I'll talk you guys through it after we do a quick demonstration. Okay? As I said, I'm going to take off my headset so headset doesn't get busted. I'm going to hang my headset right here on the weapons rack. And I hope that you guys can still hear me. So, the ultimate technique for guillotine choke. Let's say someone presents me with their head, and I go for the guillotine choke. Now, there's two times where this move will come into play. One is if this person is driving forward, they're charging forward, they're pushing you back, and maybe even pushing you down to the ground. Okay? Another time when this movement becomes useful is if you are falling down to begin with. Let's say the person ducked down, they grab my leg before I can get the guillotine choke in, and they're picking up my leg and I'm falling backward. Then what is going to happen is as I'm falling, I hold on to the guillotine choke. As I fall, like that. Right? I heard something hit the ground, and I think that's the phone. Okay, a little bit of a blooper there. As I said, very dynamic kind of move, a lot of movement. Uh, Let me quickly check the sound and everything. Let's see if we're still recording. If we're still recording, then we'll just keep going rather than reset, because I think that was a pretty cool little blooper. Um, okay, it is still recording. You guys can still hear me. Okay, so I don't know if you guys could make out what happened there, right? So let me slow this down for you guys. When the person come charging in and bore me to the ground, I hold on to their neck. I have my guillotine choke in, even though while I'm falling back, my guillotine choke is not very effective. But while I fall back, they go to the headset. Okay, that's why I wanted the headset off the first time. So while we fall back and the person is coming over top of us, we use our leg and kick them over top of us. Okay, now look where we are at. Their body, the feet is going away from my head. This is some people call this a north-south choke, because I'm holding onto the neck and head while the feet is facing away from me. We are kind of forming a straight line. This way, my feet going to the north, their feet going to the south, and I still got them in a choke here. Okay? Now, if I really want to mess the person up, if let's say this is like a street fight or some such scenario, once they go over me like this, once we form this straight line, I'm just going to yank the head straight down. Okay, I don't even have to get up. I just, because I got my arm around the face and the neck, the back of the neck is anchored against my shoulder. So all I have to do is yank it down like that. Okay, don't do that to your partner. Okay, this is very dangerous stuff. I can either do that, or I can hold onto their head and roll over. Now their head will be trapped between my chest and the ground. And from here, all I have to do is drop my elbow down on their head, like that. Okay? Or, if you want to be nice, after you throw them and you form your body, form that straight line like this, simply get up and run away. Okay, you have a great opportunity to get up and extract yourself from the conflict, because for them, they have to get up and turn around, right? If they want to go after you. So the key for this movement is their forward momentum. If the person have no forward momentum, this is very hard to do. Okay? If they don't have forward momentum, most likely you try this move, you'll end up falling on your butt and they'll still be standing. So only in cases where they have momentum and you are falling back on your butt, this will free up your leg so you can kick your leg up over you like that, right? And push them over. Now, you want to make sure when you bring your leg up, you give that very strong upward kick and keep your leg there for a second or two, so they fall over your body. Otherwise, they might come crashing down on top of you, and you don't want that. Of all the guillotine choke follow-ups I have in my arsenal, this one is perhaps the most devastating. Can hurt the hell out of the person's neck. Have a lot of uh, options for following up, ground and pound, punishment, or just standing up and run away. But as I say, when you practice this, be super, super, super careful, please, guys. This is uh, very painful if you get carried away with your partner. Thank you for checking out today's Survival Saturday. We'll be back again tomorrow for Soul Search Sunday. For now, have a good night.